Listen here, I can't go another year. No, I can't be up in here complaining. Gotta let them know I'm famous in my heart. Listen here, I'm here for the world to hear. And I'ma make sure they know what my name is. I just wanna end up famous in
I'm so
their
serious,
heart.
probably why they be so damn curious, they furious. Easy got these ladies on some silly shit. Now what the dilly is, I'm going all out. Hey, I'm the talk of the town while y'all just saw a mouth. Here's a story about my quest to be rich. I'm like Beyonce and Kelly on some Destiny shit. Mr. 6 Mile, look me up, I'm somewhat a dream. Got my city like an addict, guess it's somewhat a fiend. For my team, anything less is uncivilized. Surprise, I'm seeing this world through clear eyes. And haters only make me more inspired to bless. On the clock right now, what the hell is the next? Like that feeling in your chest when you're ready to leave. Like that memory you had, you just couldn't believe. And we always got a little ammunition for y'all, cause we remember when they wouldn't even listen at all.
Listen here, I can't go another year. No, I can't be up in here complaining. Gotta let them know I'm famous in my heart. Listen here, I'm here for the world to hear. And I'ma make sure they know my name is. I wanna end up famous in their
And welcome again to the Jackson Report. It's episode 28. In a little bit, we'll be having my special guest, Miss London, step on the scene. But as usual, I got to start my show off kind of being real with y'all. So we're not even out of the first quarter of the year yet. And it's almost like God really testing my family. I know a lot of y'all seen my posts if y'all watching. And I always try to handle stuff and I try to just understand God's plan and understand that his plan is a perfect one. But this one hit home. All four of them, actually. And I've been saying it down here since being in Texas. That family don't seem like family no more, at least down here. But where I come from, me and my family is real close knit. We didn't grow up like cousins and uncles and aunts. We all grew up like sisters and brothers. So to lose one really affected me, especially one that I grew up with like a little sister. One that low key taught me a couple of dishes that I make. And it hit close to home with me because here's the deal. Everybody get to see the Texas side of me, and I'm thriving and flourishing down here in Austin. Oh, but there was a time in my life. There was a time in my life where I had all the direction in the world, but I just didn't know how to get there. I was doing music, didn't really have no financial backing, but I had a cousin. And this cousin took me in like I was his little brother. And with that, I grew up with my cousin who I just lost this past weekend. And though she gone home with God, it still stings because you miss the presence and you miss being able to pick the phone up and call and speak to her. So for my family up in Detroit and everybody that's been seeing all of these posts and thinking that, oh, I'm just speaking far-fetched, it's always tough when you lose somebody. And I always try to keep a level head with it all. But this one hit me in a way that it had me reevaluating and reflecting on a lot of different things. Almost made me leave Austin. Because when you far away from everybody you know and love and something like this happens and you get to that point where you need the people that you love around you and they thousands of miles away, it makes you think about things. But I figured the best thing that I could do was to stay on the path that I'm on and put myself in position to open doors for the rest of my family. So to my cousin Tia, rest up. Get your rest, baby girl. You up there with Grandma May, you up there with Mooney, you up there with your granddaddy. And we will meet again. To my family, stay strong in prayer. And for everybody that reached out, sending their condolences, the calls, the texts, I appreciate y'all. As a family, we love y'all. And for everybody that's watching this, keep reaching out to my cousin because he's going to need it. Not today, not tomorrow, not just the day of the memorial. Reach out months from now because to lose a child is something that no parent wants to do. Most parents want to leave this world before their children. But being that he had to see his leave before him, keep uplifting them, y'all, as well as my Uncle Ken, who lost his daughter too. So to my family, I love y'all. I'm praying with y'all. We gonna be strong. This too shall pass. Stay tuned in, y'all, because this gonna be a good episode. And now, I have the pleasure of chatting with a local celebrity because we talking about the new celebrities this week. So I had the pleasure of chatting with Miss London, who I'm going to welcome on the show at this point.
Hi, honey.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
All right. See, it's always a pleasure. I sort of get nervous talking to beautiful women. You know, kind of.
Well, I'm nervous being on a podcast. So
Why?
We're both nervous now.
Oh well, then this will be a shitty show because we're both nervous. No, see, you see,
Definitely not.
No, honestly, now we got to talk about this new age celebrity because it used to be a time where you had to work hard, somebody had to discover you, and now
You just have to get naked.
exactly you have a nice rack, nice ass, a couple tattoos, and you get a couple followers on Instagram, and boom,
That's
you're
all
a
it takes.
celebrity. Like, but it's changed nowadays because when I used to go like back in the day when I was like I
No,
was
not anymore.
I was forced into going into the strip clubs. I it was kind of like the mystique of being around a stripper. It was almost like, oh my God, I'm around a celebrity. So you spending all this money, you spending your money, and you would leave
That's
empty-handed.
crazy.
But like it seemed like nowadays they're more down to earth. It's not like this entity. It was most of the time like when I used to go in the strip club, you barely could touch. You really like if she
I mean,
gave
you're
you.
still not supposed to.
I mean, but see nowadays you got some of the strippers that get a guy and it's like, okay, kind of cute to me, and they kind of let him do a little bit more than everybody
Give me your
else.
number.
Yeah, exactly. They be while they dancing, leaning in your ear like, yeah, write your number down, and kind of when I come back, slide it in my tassel or whatever.
Oh my gosh.
But no, like,
We carry our cell phones around. Why are you writing your number down?
hey, see, I don't know. Like, see, that goes to show how long it's been since I've been
Yeah.
in a strip club. We didn't have cell phones, or it was frowned upon if you pulled your phone out
Oh,
because
right,
it's
yeah.
like no pictures, do not video record anything. Is that still a rule?
That's still a rule. I get so angry when people record at the club.
Why? Like, why
Because
would they?
it's like it's supposed to be anonymous. Like some of us don't want family and friends knowing.
Right.
So obviously this isn't very anonymous.
You know,
But like, my family doesn't know. All of my friends know.
right.
But if like a video was leaked and then like went viral now, because that happens, I
Yeah.
wouldn't want my entire family to see me naked at work.
You're like, oh my God, oh Jesus Christ. Like,
Yeah.
I know those tits anywhere. Like, like
Yeah, that's how my family would identify me.
I know those tits. I birthed them. It's like, I mean, no, but no, like, I got so many questions because, like, when we was talking earlier and you was telling me the story, and I said we have to talk about this when we get on the air. Like, we have to. Like, what was the point that made you say, okay, this is what I want to do?
It was like my 8th shot on a Thursday day shift that made me decide to do it. No, I used to cocktail waitress. I started on my 19th birthday,
Uh-huh.
and a couple months in, I was drunk on a day shift, and a girl came in, and she was like, "I brought you shoes. I brought you an outfit," and I was like, "No." It took me like 10 minutes, and I was like, "Yeah." And I made $800 on my first night with no experience.
Oh, wow.
And that kind of just sold me. I mean, that was like double what I was making on a Friday night as a cocktail waitress. So
Yeah. So who knew? All you had to do was take off a shirt
was
and
it.
the money would double.
that was
Huh?
it. Zero talent. Just
Hey,
get naked.
but
I
you,
didn't know anything back then, so it was zero talent.
I was gonna say
I was a baby stripper.
Well, you can have talent without experience.
exactly.
Talent is innate to
I
your.
have like a natural gift
Yeah.
as a stripper, I guess.
You
Yeah.
do. Now, I remember I was asking you downstairs. I said, what is the difference between like? Cause see, I know a lot of females that's probably gonna see this episode and be intrigued. Like, dang, I should probably start stripping. Like, what would be a point? Like, say if you during your tenure, what would have been a point that made you say, okay, this probably just ain't for me?
I mean, I left dancing for 4 or 5 years
Uh-huh.
between 19 when I started and now when I'm dancing again.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just was living a different lifestyle and it didn't work for me at
Right.
that time. I don't always want to work till 4 a.m. I don't, I got into yoga and
Oh yeah.
was
See.
sober for a long time. And
Oh.
yeah.
So sobriety is like,
Oh, I can't be sober at work.
oh really?
Absolutely not. No way. No.
Like, so
I get bored.
how is it like for the first timers? Because you got some people that's probably at home and their secret fantasy
Considering
is to
this.
go to the club and shake their ass.
Mhm.
But how do you get over that whole thing with like, I'm finna go in here and all of these people finna look at my naked body? Like,
You have to, that comfort, you have to be
Be-
born with that comfort.
oh
I
yeah, you
think.
just have to
Like,
be,
honestly, if you're terrified to get on stage and be naked, I don't recommend you ever becoming a stripper because the only thing that's going to make that nervousness go away is like getting trashed or doing drugs. And you can't really like rely on that to feel
Right.
confident on stage. You also won't make sales and make a lot of money if you don't have the natural confidence for it.
oh, and I see now. What's one of the craziest experiences you could say you've had?
Most of my crazy experiences are from back when I was a baby.
Uh-huh.
I don't really do crazy shit anymore now. I leave work and go home and like cook food and lay in bed with my dog. But
Aw.
yeah, when I was 20, I was in a VIP room with one of my best friends,
Mm-hmm.
and we had a guy come in, and he bought us
Mm-hmm.
all night, and he asked us to go back to his hotel room.
Oh wow.
Yeah, which I don't do. There's a very distinct difference between strippers and hookers, guys. I promise I'm not a hooker. But we were like, fuck yeah, like let's do this
Mhm.
because we had a plan.
I've got a plan.
We had a plan. We were doing some illicit drugs and we were
Uh-huh.
like, let's do this. We go back to this hotel room. We get him shit-faced on red wine and waited till he passed out and we stole all the money in his wallet.
Now see,
Yeah. I would never do this now.
but in
'cause
a
I'm
way,
a better human than I used to be.
I
but-
gotta play devil's advocate because in a way, he brought that on himself.
He did, for sure. Why would you trust 2 strippers to come into your hotel room?
Like, I mean,
We clearly like money more than we like men.
oh, I see it. Finally, somebody admitted it. Like, finally someone.
My
has
first love
admitted
is money.
it. Exactly. So,
My second love is me. My third love is men.
oh wow. So you see how far down on the totem pole we
Yeah.
are, fellas. When y'all going in these strip clubs and y'all feeling like I just spent $1,000, I know she liking me. She's liking the money. So the allure. But now, here's my thing because I've been wooed by many a stripper that's got
That's our job.
many a paychecks. Like, right, like, and they made
I
me
hope
feel
so.
like they made me feel like at the end of the night, like, oh, she's gonna leave with me. And then by the end of the night, I don't see him anymore. Or security is like, last call, lights coming on, and it's like, she said she was gonna meet me by the back door. And when you get by the back door, they just whisking you on out to your car.
Yeah. She sat in the back room counting her money while you waited for her outside the club.
And see that's what's messed up. But see, as long as you've been like in that line of work,
Mhm.
how have you seen it change? Because it seemed like nowadays it's a lot different. Like even when I done been
Very
to a few of the
different.
strip clubs down here in Austin, it was just like, wow. It never was like when I used to go and we walk in, you didn't get bombarded or harassed. It's like now when you come in, it's like, oh, if you want to sit here, you got to be spending this amount. You're
Mhm.
gonna sit over here, you got to buy a couple bottles over here. The closer to the stage you get,
And there's way more girls at the club.
exactly.
Way more.
Yeah, it used to be you walk in and you hope the guy out of the 15 girls that's there, at least 8 of them look like something. But them 8 would be so popular, chances are you might not get a dance from them during the night. Now you walk in and it's like, jeez, there's 200 females in here.
Yes, yeah. there's
Pick your
so many.
poison. So
I'd say like on a normal night, like on a normal weekend night, we probably have 100 girls on.
really,
Yeah.
and everybody is gonna get paid.
And
Not everybody.
not everybody.
She said,
I
not
don't mean it like that. I just mean that you have to have guys in there with a lot of money for everybody to leave getting paid.
right.
And that's not always the case.
Yeah, like not.
You know, we'll have like 4 groups of guys that are spending money and the rest of it's just kind of like
Mhm.
lap dances. So some girls are doing their entire shift is like lap dances the
Oh,
whole night.
Wow.
And some girls are like sitting in a VIP drinking champagne doing cocaine off somebody else's ass. It's like
Damn.
dependent on who you get to sit with.
See the strip clubs. See how they've elevated over the years. And most of the time, when we was in the strip club, stuff like that was like, that's what they doing over there. Like,
I would never participate in illegal drug use at my job.
Exactly.
It's a fireable offense.
Yeah. I mean, but now, as far as like the difference, I would say like more so, it's almost like it went from being where everybody like, oh, she's strip, and they would kind of be looking at
Mhm.
you like a public spectacle. Now it's like, oh, she's a stripper, and the allure is like, I want to be like you. Like you even got
It is.
actresses wanting to portray strippers in movies now. So it's
Mhm.
like, I guess with the whole Cardi B
And pole
trend-
fitness has become a huge thing.
yeah,
So it's like women posting videos of themselves doing like pole dancing that aren't strippers.
exactly.
And now it's like super acceptable to just like be in your underwear on a pole on like
Exactly.
Instagram, which
Exactly.
is an interesting thing for us
And why-
strippers
And see, like it's like
because we were censored for
many years. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was almost like showing titties was frowned upon. And what man doesn't love titties? Hell,
it
what
wasn't.
woman don't love titties?
It was. I mean, it's like Christian values and. I mean, I don't know. Austin's like a free the nipple city. You can like be topless at Barton Springs. This is not the city that people give a shit at. But
Yeah, and that's why I realized that. Like, yeah, I didn't really. I had heard about the whole women going shirtless thing in Austin, but I hadn't seen it physically. And I happened to.
have you seen it now?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was like I still like.
Just
I-
making sure.
It was just like a chance sight, and I double took like, that's her titty. She's like really walking, and she was pushing a stroller. I guess it was hot, like.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. I've not gotten that experience. I
And
feel
nobody
jealous of
frowned.
you.
It was like nobody was like, "Oh my god!" Everybody just was da 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 da, going about their regular
She was
day.
just topless walking down the sidewalk.
She was topless, pushing a stroller through the parking lot at Zucker. I was like, "Wow, this is unique." I mean,
Yeah, I mean that's a brave woman. I would never do that, and I get naked for a living.
Society's so politically correct now, though, that it's not. It's like not acceptable to frown upon anybody that's doing their thing. Like so.
Yeah,
Nowadays, I think it's more acceptable to be in that line of work because it's so unacceptable for anybody to try to go against it, if it makes sense to you.
that makes a little bit of sense. I think it's also like since TikTok and Instagram and all that has really taken off,
Yeah.
and it's become super acceptable for women to have OnlyFans and be naked online all the time. I think that people have less of a right to judge those of us who do it in person. I mean,
You know what I always
I'm not fucking anyone for money, and there's girls on OnlyFans doing that for money. And I'm not by any means like looking down on the girls that have OnlyFans, But there's so much more stuff going on online. It's like, oh, you're just taking your shirt off and getting on a pole.
Yeah, and I
Like-
think like with the OnlyFans, here's my only knock. At least in the strip club, I get to physically be in your presence. So if I lost money that way, at least the constellation of that is like, well, at least I did feel a little something. But with
Yeah.
OnlyFans, I'm subscribing and I'm losing all of this money, and all I get to do is watch a
Yeah, but you
video.
have to understand there's a lot of lonely people out there, and those are the people that are spending money to talk to a girl. Like they'll tip extra and stuff just to private message with them.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
that's
So it's more of a companionship than it is like about seeing. I mean, some people are on there just to watch girls get fucked, but like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like paying for porn. But some guys pay a good amount because they have like relationships or what they think are relationships with these girls that have these pages.
And
So-
that's crazy because you don't get the intimacy of a relationship and you spending all your money. See, I'm a firm believer in look.
They should just maybe see a therapist.
Right,
They need
right.
somebody to talk to.
If I'm coming out of bucks, we gotta fuck. That's at least that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. Like
Oh man.
now the thing of it is, could you imagine Charlie in the strip club in VIP?
No.
Like he just got
Charlie, what?
Chuck got that wholesome face to where it's like he would be the one like
Charlie, I don't think he would never spend the money on a stripper in VIP.
Definitely not.
see, Chuck is a smart man. Me on the other hand, I'm an idiot. I would probably
I'm an
be
idiot.
that one in VIP like
I spent a lot of time in VIP. You'd be surprised how many guys are like, "That's fine. I'll give you $1,500 tonight."
damn.
Yeah.
And for $1,500, do he at least get to suck a toe, like flip a
Fuck
nipple?
no. What is
something?
wrong with
like,
you? No.
Do he? I mean, because
Suck
for
my
15,
toe. First of all, I wear closed-toed boots at work, so my feet don't show. 'cause
but I mean,
you gotta
for
pay extra for that too.
for $1,500, do we at least get to flap the butterfly wing or something?
I mean, I'll let a guy like smack my butt or like if I'm giving a lap dance, I don't care if a guy like touches my boobs. Like I don't care as long as their mouth does not ever touch my body. That's fucking gross. I don't like that.
That's reasonable. I guess
And
that-
as long as they don't put their fingers in places
that
they shouldn't be.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked.
And
up.
like, I don't care if you like put your hand on my thigh while we talk. Like that kind of stuff doesn't bother me.
oh,
But like, it's on a person-to-person basis. I've also been doing this for a very long time, and I've been groped in very inappropriate ways. I'm like, oh, you want to rest your hand on my thigh? That's fine. Like,
right.
it's cool.
Right. I mean,
So-
so like, what would you say was your most successful night doing it?
Minus the night that I stole all the money out of that guy's life.
Yeah, minus the felony night.
Probably like $2,500
Really?
is like around my highest. Yeah, I'd say maybe I made a little bit more than that, but it would be around $2,500.
So did you do the trend of like going to Atlanta and Miami?
Absolutely not. I won't travel dance because that money's not promised to you. So if I
Right.
spend money traveling somewhere
Mhm.
and then I go and let's say they're like, oh, we don't want to hire you, or I get hired, but there's 300 girls in that club.
True.
You have to do so much research and so much planning to be a travel dancer,
Mhm.
and I just like don't care enough.
Right.
I'm kind of a lazy stripper.
Not even in Texas.
No, I mean I started dancing in Dallas
Oh.
because I was living there.
Now what is they? Now see, I've yet to be in a strip club in Dallas. I went to the ones in Austin, and Austin strip clubs is pretty much like
I mean, like
all
they're not that
VIP.
different.
It's like Austin. I mean, to me, Austin strip clubs. Like, if I took you to the strip club in my hometown in Detroit, you would look and be like, "Oh my God, let's go back to Austin." But
They have those strip clubs everywhere, and I've been through a couple of them.
yeah, like I mean,
Not as a dancer.
you just went and
I
just
have only because I started at a gentleman's club. I only dance at gentlemen's clubs. It's what I'm comfortable with.
right,
So like when I used to dance in Dallas, we had to wear like gowns.
really,
Yeah,
like
they're stripper gowns. They're not actual gowns.
I was
they're
gonna
like
say, were they
they're like really thin. You can see through them. They're
Uh-huh.
like covered in sequins and like your ass is out. It's not
Okay.
really like,
I was finna
but
say,
they're gowns.
y'all had the granny gowns on, and that
or
was
like
sexy.
you've seen girls wear those like just tube dresses.
Uh-huh.
And, like that was acceptable.
So y'all couldn't get fully naked.
No, I've never danced in a fully nude club ever.
I think you know what in the fully nude clubs. I think
gotta
that's
leave
just
something up to the imagination.
yeah. I think that's just like desperation. Cause I
well, I
went
just
to
feel like I'm gonna get assaulted. Creeps me out.
yeah, you probably would. But I went to no, I went to what is the name of it? It's a all nude strip club
Bear.
here. No, it wasn't Bear. It's the one that's south. I think Divas. I think that's the name
I don't
of
even
it.
know what that is.
It's on. Am I saying it right? It's. I know it's on Burleson. It's like off Burleson,
I have no idea what
and
you're talking about.
they get fully nude, right?
Mhm.
And not to knock nobody's club, but I was disappointed. I was very, very disappointed because of what I paid to get in there. And then it doesn't serve alcohol, which kind of is a given with them being all nude. So it was BYOB. And the
Yeah.
guy kept trying to send me down the street to the gas station to get beers or something like that. And I'm like, who just wants to sit around at the strip club and drink beer? So then when the girls finally did roll out, 4 of them walked past, and I'm like, if they was naked, whatever they got on, they need to iron it. And then the other 3 walked past, and it was like, Jesus Christ, at least makeup to cover up the war wounds all over your body. And they
you
all,
can't do that. I can't allow you to talk shit about.
but
I
look,
can't do
they
it
all,
because
but
I won't. I absolutely will not.
they all, but see, the problem with it
One
was,
day I'm gonna be old
no,
and I'm gonna need to
guess what?
make money somehow. Do it.
But guess what? You know what was messed up about that, Miss London?
Hmm.
None of them was old. That's why I was threw off.
Oh.
They were all young looking, and I'm like, geez, what hard life? Who put cigarettes out on your shoulders?
Then they
like,
need more help.
and
Pull out your wallet.
it was hard to pull out your wallet because they all gathered in this one group
Yeah.
section and sat around, and whoever, I guess, Miss
That happens at
Popular-
every club too.
Yeah, she was popular. She was on the stage far up over there, and it
Mm-hmm.
was like a whole crowd around her. And it was like, I guess the B squad sitting over in the corner. That
Don't like it.
I'm
I
not-
support all strippers. You're all fucking hot.
I support all strippers because it takes a lot. Look, listen.
They have the confidence to get up there and get naked.
Exactly. I'm not taking my shirt off when it's hot in the summertime. So I'm not going to talk about nobody's body. But I'm just saying, if I was trying to use my body to get money, then it would be like perfect. You would have to be, perfectly together. Like you did yoga and did all of that. Some of
Yes.
these girls just be like,
I'm so sorry. Give me 2 seconds.
yeah.
I'm doing something for the studio, and this guy's.
It's just like the girls I saw had to look and just be like, somebody told me I got a body, so I'm finna make money with it. And
Yeah.
Wait, I think it is Divas men's club.
Thanks
See,
for looking that up.
I told
Charlie.
you, Chuck. Thanks, Chuck. It
Mhm.
was Divas. And I'm not knocking Divas. I'm quite sure because the turnover rate at most dance clubs is like every other week, it could be a bunch of new dancers in there.
Yes.
So I'm not saying it's still like that, but this was like 5 years ago when I first got to Austin. I was like, let me see what it's like down here. And
So
it
now
was
you've
like,
been to the other clubs in Austin.
I've only been to Divas, Yellow Rose,
Okay.
and
And Red Rose?
I haven't been to
Have you
Red
not
Rose
been
yet.
to Red Rose?
No.
I'm angry with you now.
Why? I've never look. Okay, if I was
Get
to,
there.
if I was to go to Red Rose, I would want to go in with my friends. I would want to go in with you because I know you. So I would want to go in and at least feel like somebody like, yeah, motherfucker, I know somebody. I don't want to just walk in there and it's like, we got one, coach, because I'm a little vulnerable at times when it comes to women. Like
I think I know someone that would go with you.
who's gonna go? Like it's gonna. I don't want it to be.
Ask
a hot-
Charlie. Maybe Charlie would go with you.
If me and Charlie went in there, we sure to get bombarded, and they look at us and prey on us because
Oh,
we
yeah.
both look innocent. Like
I wouldn't have, the women would be swarming me so much
exactly
So much.
that I wouldn't have the money to, fend them
Take
off.
care of all of that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So they would,
And
get it.
Chuck, the voice behind the scenes, Chuck got it, y'all. So swarm him because Chuck could buy us all lap dances. He the one that pop the bottles and probably spend $1,500 in the VIP.
Oh man, I think you are overestimating.
This is the Yelp description for divas.
Oh
Austin's largest and best BYOB fully nude gentlemen's club with the sexiest girls wearing nothing but a smile.
Oh man.
Chuck is the man for that impromptu commercial. And let me be the first to say, the best is a little bit of a leap. I mean, I don't know. Like, every time I roll past the Red Rose, though I haven't been in there, that motherfucker be banging. And the reason I ain't went in there, because I always figure
Because I'm there, do it.
I figure by the time I get to the door, it's gonna be like, oh yeah, you $100 to get in. Because it's
Oh
always
no, it doesn't
packed.
cost that much.
How much it costs to get in
I think
Red
it's
Rose?
like $25 or something.
I'm going tonight. No, I'm just like, no, I wouldn't like
Bear Cabaret is all nude, and that's a sister club to Red and Yellow Rose.
Oh, really?
Yes. Same owners.
Same owners.
So I would recommend that if you're looking
I don't
for an
want.
all nude club in Austin.
I
Texas.
don't really want to see the all new club because like sometimes.
Maybe someone watching does.
Well,
Now they
yeah,
know.
if you
Now they
watch
know.
and you want to go to Bear, you go to Bear. That way you support Red Rose and the Yellow Rose if you go to Bear.
We've got awesome owners, awesome managers. So
Yeah, so now, because Red Rose used to be Ecstasy, I think Expose when I first got here.
yeah, Red Rose was expose.
And it's just like roses popping up all over Austin.
Mm-hmm.
Like he buying up everything. Like,
Because we're the best.
yeah, that means y'all making money up in that thing too. Like, see, I was intrigued when you told me that you took a month off.
Oh yeah, I haven't worked in. It's been I think longer than a month at this point.
Look, that is amazing to me. If I could go to work like one night or one good week and then be like, you know what, fuck it, we vacationing the next month. That would be awesome. Like,
Okay, but I'm lazy, so I should have been working the whole time. I told you this earlier. If I just kept working, I'd have a bunch of money saved up. I'm just like cruising off what I got now.
And not working isn't necessarily a vacation, right?
exactly.
Oh yeah, no, I'm still working. Now I'm just
month-
not working at that job.
A month vacation after, a week or two of work would be insane.
Yes, it would be.
But a month off, just, hanging out is a little bit more realistic.
Yeah, I mean, but see me, I look at it like if you off and you hanging out and you having a good time and you enjoying yourself, that's a vacation.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's like a vacation.
I mean, I like basically been doing my other job for a month. It's like I have like a side business that I do. So
Oh, that's
I've been
what's up.
doing that and not making as much money as stripping, but
See,
I've been enjoying it. So it's not,
I mean, but the fact that you could make an upwards 2,500 in a night, 2,500 is some people's whole month salary.
it is. I'm very, very grateful to be able to do my job.
Yeah, and then you was in the top 5%. I was impressed. Like,
Yeah.
your resume was impressive to me. That's why I'm like, you have to come on my
I mean,
show.
like, we don't like track everyone's income at the strip club. Strippers are independent contractors. But I can tell by how often I'm giving lap dances and going to VIP that I'm like a higher up earner in our club.
Yeah, I can see that.
I also have more experience than most of the girls in the building.
I mean, I can see that. And then if it's like goes off personality, you got like a real great personality.
Yeah,
So
because I suck at pole.
you do like
I'm not good at it. I'm not strong enough to be
why?
like throwing my body weight around. And have you ever seen how quickly those poles spin? You get dizzy very quickly.
I see. No,
The pole spins.
The pole spins.
The pole spins.
I did not know that.
We don't, yeah. You like basically the second you lift off the ground, it starts to move.
I
So-
thought y'all did
Oh.
that.
So if no, oh
The
my
pole
god, I'm
spins?
letting out all the
Wow.
secrets.
Damn.
Does the pole
They fucked
move
it
your
up.
body for you as well? Is it all in the
Does
pole?
not move your body for you.
Oh, see, I was going to say,
Unfortunate it did, I'd
London
be
fucked
better
it
at
up for
pole.
everybody. London done fucked it up for everybody because
It's not at every club, but any club where you see a girl spinning quickly,
that's the
it's
pole.
the pole moving. How do you?
Oh.
We have to like grip with our skin. How do you think we'd spin that fast
Thought
on a
you
metal
had-
pole?
Hey, I thought they was doing their body weight. I was like, shit, these girls are strong as hell. Like so the strippers
Some
that
of them
I
are
thought,
incredibly strong.
yeah, I know.
Just because the pole spins does not mean what they're doing is not extremely impressive.
Listen, you have to be strong as hell to hold yourself up.
Flip
with the
yourself upside
inside.
down and-
Yes,
yeah.
and they be holding with like the under of their arm or the inside
I
of
can
their
do like
elbow.
4 pole tricks. That's like the extent of what I got.
But apparently they're working because 2,500 in a night, you have to be doing something.
I mean, it's not. I don't
fabulous.
make any money on not any money. I make very minimal money on stage,
Really.
unless it's like a regular, someone that I know.
Mm-hmm.
They'll like throw money at me,
Uh-huh.
but I make the majority of my money at the table or in VIP.
And see, now has the fighting died down in strip clubs?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because
managers don't tolerate that shit. If
No.
you're in a nice club,
yeah, I'm saying like in the back room, like chicks arguing over. Do they still?
No.
Y'all still? Because in our clubs in Detroit, you have girls arguing over who they regular was, and you done took money from
I mean
this
that
guy.
still happens, but physical fights do not happen, and we're very lucky with our management, the way that they've like cultivated the environment between strippers in our clubs. We all like, you'll walk in the back room, they're like, oh my God, like your outfit is so cute tonight. You look so good.
Right.
And then someone else would be like, your hair looks amazing. Like we're all so friendly. They'll be like, I've got a great customer. Come sit with me.
Right.
Let's double team.
And see,
So
that's
we're
what's
all like
up.
it's like a sisterly kind of vibe in our clubs.
And see, that's the difference between.
And I can't say
then
that for
and
all the
now.
clubs in Austin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now,
Palazzo's very catty.
we walked up in Palazzo and didn't stay. I was
The
with
vibe is off.
no, because we walked in and they said one thing, and it was a bunch of us too. It was a few of us. Like I'm not gonna drop names,
Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about.
but yeah, it was a few of us. You know,
Mhm.
when we all walked in there, and we was all gonna be at one table, and they was like, okay, they told us one thing first. So when they said the one thing, everybody was like, cool, bet we got that covered.
Yeah.
Then they start upping it, I guess, because
Because you were so agreeable.
Yeah, 'cause
they were
we
like,
was
oh,
like-
they can afford this. We're going to charge them more.
yeah, because then they went to the next one, and it was like, all right, that's cool too. Oh, really? Now, in order to sit here, y'all have to buy, and it's like, wait a minute, how did it quadruple that fast?
Mm-hmm.
Who's gonna drink that much? Not all of us.
Yeah.
So it just like, and then
I've heard a couple stories like that about Palazzo and the girls just being like really like stuck up.
oh yeah, every dude I've ever picked up when I do lift from the Palazzo come out and be like, oh fuck, how do I explain to my wife I just spent $6,000? And I'm like, how do you spend $6,000 in a club and you getting in my car in the back by yourself drunk? If I spend $60, guess what? I'm not going home by myself. Listen.
That is not how it works.
That's why, and this is why I don't go to strip clubs no more, because I don't want to be the next breaking news story like an Austin man
Yeah.
is being carted out for stalking these. Look,
Stalking these
yes, because
females.
if I buy you a drink at the end of the night, I'm gonna be standing right next to you, like, remember that drink I bought? Like, listen,
Oh my God.
like, listen, I'm telling you. So this is why, like, me in the strip club. In all honesty, I say this all the time. I don't knock the hustle, but I also don't fall for the fantasy, if that makes sense.
No, it makes perfect sense.
Because you got guys that go in there and it be unsafe for y'all babies because these dudes come in there and they see you and it's like, oh my God, she's beautiful. And
I
in their
think it's more
mind,
dangerous for baby strippers.
yeah, because in their mind, it's like, oh my God, I just gave her $500 of my dollars. She owes me now. And then it's like, they want to follow y'all and they thirsty and they all, hey, and they trying to get all of this attention and they, oh my God, and this and that and this and that. With me, listen, I will tip all while you on stage. The minute they be talking about lap dances, I'm like, look, you not finna, no, that's like giving me the keys to a Ferrari and being like, look, it got a boot on the other side, but you could rev it up. No, like, I'm not, you gonna, I done just been in VIP 3 hours. You
Yeah.
would have think I took you, the way I'm walking out is like I took a Viagra pill.
I mean, you're not alone in that sentiment. There's a lot of guys that feel the same way, and I think it's right that you shouldn't come to the strip club because those guys end up like either pissing off a stripper
Mhm.
or like making someone feel uncomfortable.
Why they make them feel now? See if I
Like
was
baby strippers can be pressured into doing things they don't want to do because they feel like they're going to get in trouble if they don't,
oh, that's stupid. See,
which
me,
is like sad.
yeah, that's bad.
And if a
because-
man makes me like tries to guilt me into it, it's
Oh,
laughable.
Yeah, see, like me, I don't get me wrong. If I make the conscious decision that I'm going in the strip club, it's because I know I'm going in with this certain amount to blow. I'm gonna try to find the nicest looking one
It's like going gambling.
and blow this amount on her and just be like, There you go, baby. Like, and at the end of the day, I'm so glad that the age-old myth is ended when it comes to the strip club. Because most of the time, it's like, oh, I'm stripping to pay for school. It was always that back
my
in the day.
God.
It was either they stripping to pay for school or they were stripping because it's just the extra money. And then it's
Now it's like, no, I'm a stripper and I enjoy it.
right. Like now it's just like, look at me. Why not? Most men gonna objectify me anyway, so why
Yeah.
not take their money? So in that aspect, that's why I say I never knock the hustle. And I used to always say this: if a dude can get up and go sell drugs in his community, which is killing people, why knock a female for using the gifts?
Also,
God
what we're
gave
doing
her?
is legal.
Exactly. Unless they in the VIP, sucking and gobbling. Then
I mean, you know,
that
it does happen in every strip club.
I
so.
know you got that one in VIP that just takes VIP to a whole other level.
Yeah.
And it don't be $1,500. It be give me $175. And
Oh
you
my
can,
God, I can never imagine.
But in Austin, I found out Texas is expensive as hell.
Is it?
Strip clubs, everything. Cause look, in my hometown, in the strip club, unless it's changed, because this goes to show how long it's been since I've been in strip clubs.
Mm-hmm.
You get to like the 80, 100, 120 mark. She looking at you googly eyed like you done just helped pay a bill or some stuff, and you might end up leaving and might end up going to that hotel room that y'all didn't want to go to that night.
It cost me $100 just to work.
See, that's
Like-
why I said.
Well, we pay house fees.
Oh, even the.
So like when I go into work, depending on what time I go in, I pay them to come in
Oh,
because I'm an independent contractor.
I see.
So it's like renting a booth somewhere or something.
Oh,
It's like I'm
okay.
renting the space.
Right.
And then by the time I tip out my managers, my DJ, buy myself a couple drinks before guys come in, I'm out $100.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone gives me $120,
You just like, motherfucker, you just paid for me to work. That's
I'm
nothing.
like, this is nothing.
Yeah.
See, in Detroit, they don't pay that much. I think it's like $25 to get out the club.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know how. I don't
Look,
know how.
Hey, well, wait.
You want to know how they're buying up all the clubs in Red Rose, the Red Rose, Yellow Rose
Yes,
group?
because they get
charge
that.
every dancer $60 to walk in the door.
Oh, see, I don't know. The price could have went up. This is I'm talking about. Like when I was going to the strip
I mean,
club.
think about that. We have 100 girls come in, and we're all getting charged.
$60.
Well, it's like basically we're all getting charged 25 and up. It depends on what time you come in. But I don't go in at 6:30
Oh no.
because I'm not gonna sit around for
No, because
5
you're a
hours.
starrer. You walk in, you gotta make an entrance. I
No, I don't make any money before like 11 o'clock.
I get
There's
that.
no
I
reason for me
just
to be
get that
there.
vibe from you. Like you gotta make an entrance. Like
If
the
I
door
went in at
bust
6:30,
open,
by
and
the
it's
time people
like,
came in, I would be trashed. They'd be like picking me up off the floor
oh,
because when I'm bored at work, I drink, and no one goes in until like 11 o'clock.
right.
So I would end up just sitting around drinking, taking shots. Like I wouldn't be able to work by the time people came in.
No, so
I just know myself better than to go in.
now, when it comes to the VIP, is it the club that charges, or is it based off how you feeling and what you charge?
The club charges a flat house fee
Uh-huh.
for the transaction, and then we get to pick our price, and it's a range. So we can charge anywhere between like this number, and then you get to pick how much you charge.
Really?
And then they get taxed, and then they're supposed to tip the person who sets them up with the broom. So let's say I was charging like $600 for half an hour. By the time they like signed the thing and like gave their card, it'd probably be like $850, $850 probably.
That you
Because
get?
it's $100. No, I would get the $600.
Oh.
Then it's like $100 to the club. He like, tips out
$50
a
to
waitress. Yeah, it's like, and then tax on the whole thing.
Shit.
So
So all y'all with them stimulus checks, y'all.
come see me.
So now last year during COVID sucked, I know.
Yeah.
But the way you sound, it was like you probably had a nice little nest.
I
egg.
mean, I was very fortunate to have bartended the year before, so I got unemployment
Oh,
when the strip club closed down.
right.
So I was not struggling as badly as some of the people that I know that were in the industry.
Wow. And
But when we opened back up, and I think it was like May, the first time a club like opened,
Mhm.
it was
They flooded it. I know.
it was terrible.
Really?
It was horrible. I didn't even go back to work for another like 3 months after that.
Why? What was so horrible?
There was nobody there.
Oh, I was. Yeah, I was.
There was
gonna
nobody
say,
there. We had to wear masks, and this continued on until the mask mandate was just lifted.
Right.
We had to wear masks on stage.
Oh.
Do you know and while we're like sitting at tables and walking around and stuff, you know how hot it is in a strip club? I mean, I
yeah.
realize we're naked, but we're
Yeah.
like breathing into this mask while we're like working out on stage in front of
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
It was horrendous.
And see, the thing that be tripping me out, you hear people never eat in a strip club. Why?
I don't eat in a strip club.
I wouldn't eat in one, but I'm just like wondering why.
I don't. It's not because of sanitary reasons. That's not the issue. I just used to eat. I used to work 7 days a week when I was younger. I ate all my meals at the strip club. Won't do it anymore. I'm done. I'm done eating like microwave fettuccine Alfredo. I can't
but see,
handle it.
some of the strip clubs have good looking food
I'm
on the
sure.
menu. Like I've never eaten in one, but I'd be looking at the menu like, dang, it's
Shout
kinda
out Rick's
tempting.
Cabaret DFW.
Yeah.
That
like-
fettuccine Alfredo was bomb.
Well, there's a place called Cafe Risque,
oh,
which
what?
which is a chain. As far as I know, I'll do a little research right now, but as far as I know, it's primarily an Orlando or a Florida-based chain.
Uh-huh.
And the shtick is that they serve you food while you're, watching girls strip.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Which is funny because every strip club does that.
Yeah. But this is like diner, like their menu is like, it's very dinery, it's like a laminated card or, like a big piece of paper laminated. I went to one recently when I was passing through Florida,
Uh-huh.
and it was quite an experience. I'll just say that.
What was the
Do you want to explain it to us,
Yeah.
Charlie?
Exactly.
Yeah, so it was just very dingy. Our waitress, who was also a stripper, was like 50, and she was like topless and gave us our menus and was like, "Here you go, honey." I was like, "Holy shit, this woman!" And what's crazy is it's open 24/7.
Oh.
So, there was actually
Are they hiring?
Was her
I don't know.
titties on her stomach?
no, they were fake,
Oh.
so they weren't on her stomach.
That is the worst.
Yeah. But the food, what did I get? I got like a Denny's Grand Slam, like breakfast. I got like eggs and hash browns.
You killing me.
And ate it while watching these women dance.
So you was eating a grand
And
slam.
I was really hungry, so I was like munching hard. And as I was eating, I like stopped myself and was like, should I be like eating and watching at the same time? I was like, nah, I'm just gonna focus on eating and then watch.
That's crazy. That's
I just want you to like make direct eye contact with someone. Just like,
Pour some hot sauce on my eggs.
see,
Yeah.
see.
I love it.
That is. I think it would be a distraction. Like it's like you said. Do you eat? Do you watch? Do you eat? Do you watch? And then my biggest fear is.
I would never sit down with a guy who was eating.
But see, my biggest fear is what happens when I'm eating and my food like at a nice little angle on the table and a open ass just walk past my plate. Like it's
That
over with.
happens every night that people eat in a strip club. That's
It's like it's over with now because my imagination fucked up because the open ass walk past you could be the finest female ever, but in my mind, juice just sprayed on my food some kind of
Why
way,
would-
and now I'm indirectly eating ass.
Crop
So
dusted your chicken tenders.
you guys are fucking killing me right now.
So now I'm open. Now I'm indirectly eating ass because your ass follicles.
If she's fine as fuck, wouldn't you eat her ass anyway?
No.
Not like that.
Not at all.
You don't eat ass?
No, not
don't
at
eat
all.
ass
That's
to
the
it?
one thing. No,
Oh my
that's
God,
the one
I'm
thing
so
that
disappointed
doesn't.
in you do
Oh my
it.
God, I'm gonna get banned off Facebook because we are talking about ass eating.
I'm sorry.
If my cousin Kayon is watching
I'm
this,
so sorry.
this is your lane.
I
cuz.
apologize.
No, we don't listen. This on my show. It's an open forum, but it's tripped out, and I needed this show today because y'all just directly changed my mood. No, I don't eat ass. I don't know. Like My daddy was joking with me one time, like, you ain't never gonna be married. I was like, well, I will live in sin with some women, but I am not. I just can't see that
It's not a deal breaker.
because at the end of the day, look, you could soak in a tub for 13 hours, make the ass good and
long
tender.
time.
But soon as you get up out that Calgon bath and take 2 steps, it's an ass again. It's a reason why the stuff that you eat and your body wants to waste comes out of there. That means that is the one place on God's designed creature that he did not want you to put your mouth on. That's what I think.
What about people with foot fetishes? Just curious. You would suck a toe?
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm
Well, at least you're not going the DJ Khaled route. He is quoted as saying, "It's not okay." Okay. I'll just read this. The DJ and music producer says that he refuses to perform oral sex on a woman, but that it's not okay for a woman to refuse a man because he is, quote, the king.
oh.
A woman should praise the man, the
Oh.
king.
God damn, he sounds like my type.
So
Oh, damn! So wait a minute, you the submissive type.
Yeah.
It's people. It's people probably in the comments gonna lose their damn
Oh
mind.
my God.
I wish y'all had a monitor today. I'll pull it up, but I'm pulling up a picture of DJ Khaled. That
I would
is
not
her
suck that
type.
man's dick. No, I would not suck that man's dick.
His
ever.
beard looks drawn on.
See,
It might be.
look. The thing of it is,
We don't
the
know.
the thing of it is, so you're the submissive type. So you like the alpha male.
I do. Yeah, I like
The-
strong men.
What are you
I'm a
doing?
fucking handful, so I need them to be strong.
You look like you're a handful.
I am. I'm a handful.
What's your sign?
I'm an Aquarius.
Yep, you're a handful.
Yeah.
That
I'm a
goes-
very independent woman,
Mhm.
but like I like to take care of someone. So I like need someone.
You
Like
need
kind of
someone.
bosses me a little.
You need someone who like go over there and clean that
Because it
shit
like
up.
I don't know, it like calms me down. I'm less of a bitch when someone else is like telling me what to do.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've dated guys that were like not alphas at all. And I just like walked all over them. And it was not hot
And that's
to me.
not
And I
good.
ended up leaving them because I was like, you're boring. Yeah. Can't do it. Can't do it.
Really?
Also, yeah, it takes like an alpha male also to probably like handle like the stripping aspect of my life.
I mean, at the
But
end,
really confident.
Do
like,
you
strong
abide
dude.
by the phrase, if you can't handle me at your worst, you don't deserve me at my best?
That phrase is so fucking annoying.
why?
It's just
I hate that phrase as well.
yeah, I don't like
It's
it.
like most women
It's
that
if
say
you
that.
can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best.
Most women that say that, their best isn't worth dealing
The
with their
worst, exactly. Yeah. It's
I
like,
feel
well,
that.
what? Yeah.
I feel that because a lot of times when you can't handle me at my worst, it's like it don't get no better. So it's like it's
Your
like,
worst is the best it gets. And I can't-
right, like shit.
I don't like you ever. So
Like what the fuck? Like you talking about if you can't handle me at my worst? Like when is we ever gonna get the
when
better?
do I like
'Cause-
you? When is the part where I find out you're a good
right.
person?
It's like shit. When do we transfer over to the best? Because I've been dealing with this bullshit for the longest. So, like my thing was when I was talking about the new celebrities. It's like so easy
Mhm.
to take your top off and be on Instagram and end up with 10,000 followers.
Yeah.
How would you transfer that over into monetary means?
Like online?
Yeah, I think that's the whole purpose.
OnlyFans.
But
This is where these girls make money. They'll get all these followers on Instagram.
uh-huh.
And then they go, I started an OnlyFans. Subscribe. It's only $5. And their 100,000 followers all go subscribe and they make $500,000.
So how much would you
It's
say?
beautiful.
How much would you say
So smart.
the average dancer would make in a year's time?
Oh God.
Well, what was your best year?
My best year is probably maybe a little over $100,000. Yeah. I only work 2 or 3 days a week now. I used to work 7 days a week.
Okay.
So, but I have like other ways I make money outside of the strip club now, and I used to only be a stripper. So,
Yeah.
you know,
100,000 just straight stripping.
yeah, and I don't have a single dollar of that left. So,
Oh damn.
yeah. I mean, I was young.
Kayon-
I did a lot of bottle service.
Kayon just chimed in and said, "Nah, we're not eating booty over here."
see, it's
The
Eat-
consensus is that men don't like to eat ass.
I don't think men do, but women, it's women that like to do that.
I know a lot of girls
That eat ass.
that, yeah, absolutely will for their boyfriend. Not
Oh,
like
my
not like a
God.
random hookup. They'll do it for their boyfriend.
But still, like, what man is gonna let some woman?
Oh my God, you'd be so surprised. Men love butt stuff
Oh
on
my!
themselves.
Hell no, no.
Your G spot's in your ass.
Shit. Mine will never be found then, I guess, because
Mine will never be found.
But shit, that's shit, some shit we won't ever discover.
You know what? To each their own.
I mean, even though they say, yeah, I know what you're talking about, milking the prostate or whatever it's supposed to be like.
I don't. That sounds like a disturbing phrase to you.
No, that's what they say.
Is that the phrase?
They
I
call
don't
it
like that phrase.
milking the prostate. Like,
Yeah.
And I've heard people talking about.
I have not done a whole lot of milking of prostates, so I'm not familiar.
Like that's like that is like. So what is? I would say, what is the wildest thing that a guy has ever asked you in the strip club? Like trying to.
I don't think there's a whole lot of wild things guys have asked me in a strip club. I know some stories from other people. I've not had that many crazy experiences. I know girls that have had guys bring in like a stepdaughter's outfit.
What?
Yeah, I've had guys pay girls for a cup of their own, like a cup of their urine
Oh hell!
to drink it. Uh-huh.
That brings a whole new meaning to the R. Kelly
I've
thing.
met quite a few like pimps at work when I worked in Dallas. Which there's like a gnat in here. It's driving me crazy.
I know. I was trying to keep it professional and like, yeah, we just go and it's flying around. I'm like, I see it. Like, get the hell on. We all out here swatting.
Yeah, I've met a couple pimps when I worked in Dallas, and that was really interesting because I was super naive and a child when I was in Dallas. I was like, this guy is so nice, and they were like, that man
is gonna pimp you out. Like he's gonna pimp you out.
Stay away from him. Yeah, I haven't had that many weird experiences. I think the most annoying question I get every shift that I work is, if I go to BIP, what do I get?
Nothing, motherfucker. Like,
Absolutely fucking nothing. I may not even dance for you. I'm probably just gonna sit there and talk and drink whatever alcohol you buy for me.
Damn, that's how y'all do.
Once you spend the money, you can't return me.
Oh shit, that's.
I am not. There is non-refundable when you go to VIP.
That is,
So-
fellas, that's a tidbit. She is giving like a couple of the secrets. So you be looking.
Yeah,
like,
I'm gonna get a lot of hate from strippers, I think.
oh no, we don't want to get you hated. But that's
They're gonna be like, she's not allowed back.
like no, you can't come to none of the clubs.
Pick
we
a
work
different
at.
club.
No, but see the thing of it is most men don't think about that because we be thinking with our dick and we be like, she fine as hell. I'm finna go to VIP. We gonna be alone. See, because if people think like I think,
Mhm.
and I don't know, this may make me seem arrogant, but I think in any alone one-on-one setting,
Mhm.
I'm a charming enough guy. I'm gonna get some of that.
I'm sure you are, Duet.
Especially if I spend, I'm not saying you per se, but with any female, I feel like if you put us in an alone setting,
Mhm.
like a VIP setting,
Have you dated a stripper before, Duet?
plenty of
Did
them.
I say before? Did I just stutter?
Plenty of them. Yeah,
You
plenty,
have?
Yeah, plenty of them.
And did you meet them at work?
I sure did.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah, like
I am just so like not. When I go to work, it's like work.
I know, and see,
I don't.
but see, it's a way around that too. Like, not saying it, and see, I be saying this all the time. Austin is yet to see. See, I go by many different nicknames. It's
Oh,
DeWitt,
man.
it's DeWitt, it's Neezy. But when the Daquan fella come out, when I let that Daquan guy come out, he's a real charming dude. Like
Okay.
I grew up in a house full of women, so I know what to say, what not to say, and how to. So I understand that when they're at work, it's a work thing.
Yeah.
So my thing is how I do it. It's okay. I know you at work, and I'm gonna tip you and do all that good stuff. Have a drink with you and all of that. But there's a way to let them see that you're not just looking at them like an object, or you're not just caught up in the fantasy. There's a way of like, I would want to meet you outside of work when you fully clothed.
I know, but do you know how many times a night we hear that?
Hey,
I'm
well,
like, I don't give a fuck what you want.
well, them motherfuckers ain't got no game. I do, and it worked for me like a few times.
I'd say every shift, I get at least 3 guys be like, let me take you out. Let's go to dinner. They're like, every time I work, without fail, it happens. And it's like the last thing that I'm interested in. I want what's in your pocket, not what's in your pants.
That's the whole thing. The same way y'all give the allure that we gonna get what's in y'all pants.
Yeah.
You give her the allure that you don't want to show what's in your pants, and you give her the allure that you can probably hit these pockets, and then they date outside.
If I'm not getting paid in the first 15 minutes of sitting down, I'm getting the fuck up, and you will not see me again for the rest of the night. I can promise you.
That's why I don't go to strip clubs, because that's the fantasy. That's the fantasy part. I see. Not all of them.
I've just been doing it for too long. I'm like an old jaded stripper.
Yeah, I mean,
the girls I work with are like 22. I'm like, how long have you been doing this? They're like 3 months.
And it's like, oh yeah, you're gonna get fucked by somebody.
Oh God.
That's what you you be like, yeah, somebody's gonna hit that. You'll have a boyfriend outside of the club. Like, I know people that married their sugar daddy, and then end up hurt once the sugar daddy stopped giving the sugar, and then he's after the young thing. Like, what the fuck did you think was gonna happen? And
I heard a really great quote the other day, and it was, "You don't marry rich, you divorce rich."
Damn.
I just want to leave you.
Damn.
Hey, we got a question from Kaon.
What'd he say?
So, what would make a stripper interested in a guy if he's trying to talk to you in the strip club?
Yeah.
Have a conversation with her, find out like what she likes to do in the city that you're in, and start doing those things and hope you run into her outside of a strip club. Because I can promise you, I'm personally, that's what would have to happen. Would a guy be like, what do you like to do? I'd be like, oh, I go out on West. I work these nights, so I can't go out. I'm normally out on Mondays with my friends. I would like say these things, and you'd have to attempt to find, like, run into me outside of work.
So basically, lightweight stalk y'all ass outside the club.
I don't mean stalk me. I mean Jesus. But I'm just saying, like, if I was like, I really like to rock climb, you would maybe want to start attempting to go rock climbing.
And then you'd
hope to run into me.
The guy would show up to
I
the
would
rock
never
gym,
remember him.
And he'd be like,
oh, I would never remember
fancy
him.
meeting you here. I was just here at the rock
He
gym,
could
but-
legit walk up to me and be like, hi, what's your name? And I'd be like, oh, it's this. I would never know. I'm in a nightclub.
Yeah.
How many days a week? It's dark. I would never remember that guy.
Right on.
And realistically, I'm not very friendly anyway. So yeah, he probably wouldn't stand much of a chance with me either way. But
thank God I
the
met you the
original
way
question-
I did. No.
I'm hard to date. I'm very hard to date.
Yeah, so what if you were like, yeah, I like rock climbing? He was like, oh, we should go rock climbing sometime.
I would consider that.
Okay.
I just hate the like, oh, let me take you out. It's like every time I get out at work, it's like this sleazy, like, oh, let me get you out of this. Why are you doing this? Like, let me save you type shit. And I'm like, I don't need to be saved.
Damn.
I'm an adult.
Exactly.
Like, I don't need you to like rescue me from a strip club. And I don't want to go get drinks with you and go have dinner with you because the expectation is that when we're done with those things, you think you're going to fuck me.
Yeah.
And that's not how it works. So if you want to ask me to like go on a boat with you and your friends, I've done that. I've gone with a group of people outside of the club. I've invited other girlfriends of mine, and we've gone and done like a day on the boat with a group of guys.
Oh.
But like, I'm not gonna go
Just drink.
have a
some dinner.
date with you.
Yeah.
I don't want to go on a date. I don't know you.
Yeah.
And you're here paying women to get naked for you.
Oh shit! So that's already a strike.
I mean, I don't give a shit. I don't care if guys that I date go to strip clubs. That's not an issue. But it's like, I just don't know who you are. I don't know if this is like a regular thing for you. I don't know if you've asked 6 other girls in the club tonight to go on a date with you.
Right.
It's just it's not my jam. But like, yeah, daytime activities are a much better way to get a girl to speak to you. And like, if she's hanging out with you for a long period of time without you paying her, she already likes you.
See, that's what always happened to me. Like, I would tip, and then the girl would leave, and the next thing I know, the drink is coming over to me, and I'm like, I didn't pay. No, she sent it over there. Like, she sent it over here to you, and it's like, okay, cool. And I'm sitting there drinking my drink, and then another girl might be over there, and we chit chatting. I'm tipping, and I tell them like, I don't really do the lap dance thing because No disrespect to you, because
You're fine, honey.
I don't do the strip thing. I don't do the lap dance thing because I've had a couple of fucked up experiences, and it's just like a lot of times you will see them, they dance around the room, then they come to you like, you want a lap dance? And it's like, you didn't go in the back. I didn't see you hit the nut with the baby wipes or nothing, and you gonna come
Oh man.
grind your sweaty cooch on my pants leg. So now when I'm in my car, I'm like, what the fuck is that smell? And it's you. I
understand that. I
Like-
see a lot of girls that hop off stage and go straight into a lap dance with someone, and I'm like, you need to go to the back. You just sweat
See?
on stage for 15 minutes. What are you doing?
This is why I love you. This is why you are my ambassador of Quan.
I mean,
these people
I've
are.
had people approach me and be like, come see me when you get off stage. And I'm like, absolutely. I'm going to the back and taking like a horse shower before I go back on the floor.
See, I appreciate that.
Because I don't want you to like touch my body and me be like damp. I just sweat for 15 minutes. It's hard. It's very hot up there.
Yeah, I can imagine. And that'd be my thing. Like, one girl came trying to ask me for a dance, and I'm like,
You're
your hair
gross.
is literally matted to the side of your
You're
face.
wet. Like,
And you're wet. I don't
Dripping.
want your sweaty ass cooch on my leg.
yeah.
Yeah.
Kayon said, "Tell DeWitt we're going to the strip club when he comes out, and he wants to see Daquan in action."
He don't.
I also want to see Daquan in action.
But y'all don't want to see. Listen. Tell Kayon it take plenty of shots of tequila to see that Daquan fella
Done.
surface.
Deal.
To see that Daquan fella surface. Like, the thing of it is that's when the bullshit, that's when the stupid lines come out. Like, all of that dumbass stuff comes out. Like, like, it's just one of them things. Like, but at the end of the day, I really, since I've been in Austin, I have not been intrigued enough by anybody to really just like show that charming fella, because my firm belief is this. I know I'm not an ugly dude, for one. I don't think I'm the best looking dude out here, but god damn it, I don't look like Seal, or I don't look like Shabba Ranks, or no motherfucker like that. Like, I'm a pretty decent looking dude. Got a pretty decent job, got a pretty decent car, got all the essentials a dude's supposed to have, and I'm not a stingy, I'm not
Yeah.
like Mr. Scrooge McDuck when it comes to like actually taking a woman out. So I just feel like if I do shoot my shot, chances are I've already pre-planned that shot and looked at the trajectory of the shot before I take it, so I know I'm going to hit all nets. Not trying to float my
No,
own
it's a
boat.
smart. Yeah, no.
But the boy is
How
a
we do
charmer.
it.
When I want to,
We got Kayon calling in.
all right. What's going on, Kayon?
What up? I'm
What-
trying to talk to him. Am I able to chime in?
Yeah.
You already chiming in.
Oh, you can hear me?
Yeah, the whole world hears you right now.
What's going on? Oh, okay.
I can't hear you.
My fault. Hold on. It's just a little delay with the video itself. But look.
La 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 la.
The Quan and the tequila. Next time you come out,
Uh-huh.
we're going to have you
Uh-huh.
going off the Marzal or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Next time you come to Dallas, we're going to get the Quan and the corny lines or whatever you told London
Uh-huh.
to be in action.
You don't listen. Here's the thing. And I told and I said this. Here's the thing. I turn it on when I really want to. And the only reason I hadn't turned it on is because everybody keep wanting to pressure me into turning it on. And now we even got I got Chuck
Are you giving these to me?
giving London these headphones so she can hear everything you saying, and she even gonna chime in. London done been around me and been out with me. She know I'm a charmer. I'm a pretty charming dude. So
We had a couple of tequilas last night.
Right.
exactly, I had a couple tequila sunrises last night. I'm a pretty charming fella when I want to be. That's the whole thing. See,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay. I mean, you made the comment about the alter ego, though.
It is
That
a-
alter ego,
it
you
is
know.
an alter
when you
ego.
mention an alter ego, that's a whole nother,
It is a whole nother.
territory.
It's a whole
That's
nother.
like
mean, we all have an
Dr.
alter
Pierce. Come
ego.
on now.
Exactly. It's a whole nother side to the DeWitt fella. When I let that Daquan fella come out, I feel like there's no female in the room that I can't talk to
Okay.
and have a conversation with. That's how I be
I
feeling.
love this confidence.
Like, no, and the thing of it is everybody, I guess everybody down here, because I be so quiet, I had been focused on working. I had been focused on building this podcast up. I've been focused on helping my mans and them and all of the different like business ventures we got going on. But now that I'm finna move into this new spot and it's gonna be more space and I pretty much got everything in order like I want to. Now I'm gonna let y'all see the Quan fella because it's just like this.
Oh, shit. Here we go.
It's just like this. I'm gonna let y'all. I'm gonna let y'all see the Quan fella, and I'm gonna prove a point just because people. It's just like this with any female. London just said it. No female won't no dude that they can really run over, and that's like the dirty secret that all females like.
No, that's actually not true. There's so many women that like want to be in charge and like want to be.
And that's them be the ones that I stay away from.
I think most men don't want that.
Yeah, most men don't want no female. Like my thing.
They
be,
don't want someone who's a fucking handful.
No, my thing be. Okay, I want to date my girl, not my homeboy. I don't want to bump chests and have a pissing contest when I come in the house. Like,
yeah, valid.
So and then at the end of the day, a woman want to be a man until it's time to be a man. That's the whole thing. Like you want to be the man, you want to be like king of the hill.
So like kill this spider.
Right, and then like, they want to be a man, and then it gets
especially the spider.
This trash. I'm not touching that. Like, no, you the man of the house. Go ahead, take that on out there.
Well, I do want to say this one last thing because I love this episode. London, I would say this, then I'm out. Talking to a waitress is probably just as difficult as it is to talk to a stripper.
At a strip club? A waitress at a strip club or just in general?
Just a waitress in general.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like you said, they hear it all the time. So you made a valid point when you said, about the rock climbing and everything. Like when you explained it, it made perfect sense. And
glad it made sense.
I can definitely say that's where I went wrong whenever I tried to spit that game.
So
it would be the same thing for really, really confident men, like guys who get hit on at bars all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like for a woman, like I don't want to go up to that guy because he's gonna be like, I get laid every day. I don't like.
Right. So the whole eating ass thing wouldn't even work in a strip club.
Wouldn't even. No.
Oh shit! Here we go. You know what? Work. That is my cue. It was a great episode. I'm about to hop out. I will talk to you soon, buddy.
So nice to talk to you.
Right on.
All right.
All right. You have a good one. Click him off, Chuck. He's out of here. But
can I take these headphones off? Because it sounds funny to me.
It does. It sounds funny as hell. It sounds funny as hell.
Thanks.
What time is it? We're actually an hour and 10 minutes in. Oh, shit. Listen, everybody that saw this episode and loved this episode, donate to the Cash App because my producer is sitting across the room from me. I done went over my hour. He charges me $25 a minute after the hour is over. So I'm looking at about a cool $1,000.
We were having so much fun.
And I'm having so much fun because I don't get to talk to London in this capacity.
Ever.
And the fact that she told me so many ins and outs about, now I'm ready to go to the Red Rose because I'm finna tell some chick,
do it.
Let's go rock climbing and then eat lobster afterwards and still get rejected because of London because she.
Now you know what not to do.
Exactly. I know not to go in there and be like, hey, how about a thumb up your ass? I mean, what is it like?
I think he meant tongue.
No, a thumb. A thumb. Like most females like thumbs in their ass. Like they do.
Okay, all right.
You could be a chick be riding you and you pop that thumb in and where did that come from? Now it's like double pleasure.
Oh man.
But don't do that shit to me.
That's gonna be on next episode.
Yeah, the next episode we are talking about the nastiest sexual positions in the world. Next week I want to have Gary on here and a panel. I need more females because I want to have a whole full-blown panel so we could discuss the differences between men and women and why we get rejected so much when we be genuinely coming across cool. Well, Gary's crazy. So Gary don't get rejected because Gary is like, look, bitch, you coming home with me now. And that's how it go. And then look at his face.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now, before we get off air, because everybody was getting mad at me because I was saying, "Oh, it's the lady of the house." Damn it, that's what you are. You're the lady of the house. Like,
Well,
so,
I've been called worse things for sure. So I'll take lady of the house.
yeah. At least I didn't say that thing that G-Man says. I didn't say the help. I didn't. I called the lady of the house, but. It's been a
man.
very intriguing episode because I learned a lot, and now I think I'm ready to go to the Red Rose next month sometime like
Next
that.
month.
Yeah,
We're going tonight.
Really? All right, I'm gonna go in the Red Rose tonight because
No.
I'm gonna go in the Red Rose tonight.
We're going to go just hang out.
I'm gonna go walk up in there with somebody I know, and then I'm gonna take some shots of water, and everybody want to see this Daquan fella. See, I should have never mentioned my
How
alter
many shots
ego.
of tequila do I have to buy
fucked
you?
up. I done fucked up and mentioned my. I'm a lightweight. Like y'all didn't see me. Y'all didn't pay no attention last night because after that second tequila sunrise, I was on tip. I was looking through downtown like ain't nobody gonna come by. But the reality of it all is like it's been fun having you on here. Like
I
think
had a lot of fun. I'm glad you
need you
brought
to.
me on.
Yeah, see,
I was scared.
but I told you what it was gonna be. I told you it was
I
just gonna be us
know.
bullshitting, and you get to be you, just like
Yeah.
us. But if I had Gary on here when we do this panel, because I want to have like you and a couple of more of your friends, so
I
we can
definitely have
all-
some girlfriends.
so we can all talk about it. And then with Gary on, Gary always asks very interesting questions. He does. Like I will give him that. He always asks interesting questions. So oh my God. The fact that he's gesturing across the room and I'm at like way over an hour. I apologize to the world. I apologize to you, Mr. Producer Man, who's sitting there looking at me like I'm in trouble, y'all. It's bad. Like this is horrible. Like
Thank you so much for having me on.
No, thank you so much for being on. Like
Of course.
it's like maybe the third beautiful lady I had on my show. So at least the show looked good. I mean, at least the show looked good. And I promise y'all, I'm gonna let y'all see this Daquan fella. Like I might even have Gary filming it as I'm walking up to these females with the lines that I walk up. Like, God damn, girl, you got a bright ass future behind you. So I mean, you just always have to
Is that your pickup line?
Yeah, that's one of them.
That's a good one.
That's one of them. Or either you slide into some girl DMs and you just put a basketball. And it's like, what the fuck is that? Like, oh, my ball rolled in your DMs. Why don't you go on and toss it back to me? Like, you got to have something. Or you like, hey, baby, you like dragons? And she like, dragons? Yeah, because I'm going to be dragging my balls across your face.
Oh my God.
Like, yeah, you got to. Yes, like females don't like the nice guy. Like, hey, you like roses and candy and stuff like that. They'll look at him like, get this fucking pussy away from me. So you got to come up like, look, dig. You take it in the ass or what? Yes, I love him. Like, oh my God, that's when it happens like that. Like,
yeah, we really need this panel.
Yeah,
so that you can learn a thing or two.
And hey, like seriously, okay. What's the best line? What's the line?
I don't want a pickup line. Fuck, I like.
Okay, an introduction. Cause see, nowadays walking up like, hey, how you doing? What's your name? That don't get it no more. So
I feel like the last couple of people I've dated have just like I've met through mutual friends or like.
So it wasn't no approach.
There was no like yeah. I don't really entertain a lot of guys who like are strangers and come up to me in a bar.
That's fucked up. So how do you meet people? How do we meet people then? As a guy, I'm asking as a guy. How do you meet somebody in Austin? Do you walk up and be like?
I mean,
look.
I'm not saying that it doesn't work. I know a lot of girlfriends that have met guys that just walked up to them and talked to them. It's just not. I don't know. I'm weird about dating.
Yeah, you know what throw me off about the whole dating thing, and we gonna end it after this. The whole dating thing. What throw me off about it is you hear females and be more original. Don't come with how you doing. It's like, so what else am I supposed to say to
Yeah, I
you,
don't
idiot
mind
ass?
that.
How do I introduce myself? Do I just walk up like, look, motherfucker, I'm who I am. You gonna be with me because I like your body. Like, what do you?
Because I like your body.
Yeah, like, what do you say? I'm finna go in somebody's strip club and be like, girl, I can do things to your body that.
Oh man.
That Daquan can only dream of.
Exactly. I'm gonna do a couple things to your body that you've never experienced before.
Oh.
And when she say what, turn around and walk right the fuck away
Oh God.
from her. Like, Because you think you're fine, and you probably think like seriously. That be my whole thing. Like I try to go beyond the whole physical thing
Yeah.
because most
I
females,
think that that's important. I
Yeah.
don't want a guy to walk up and just be like, I want to fuck you. That's
no, like I'm talking about the whole. Oh, I know you fine. So you know you look good. 1,000 guys done told you that. So I try to
Yeah.
do something above that. Like your split ends got split ends. I try to like you start off with a joke. You start off with a joke and they laugh and then you
I think that would start a conversation with me if someone made fun of me.
yeah, then you
first.
gotta I learned from Gary. Like Gary is like you insult first and then you know kind of give him a little intimacy, you know, caress him a little bit, and then you keep with the insults, and then it's just like, look, you're coming with me, and that's it, or else.
Okay.
Yeah. You've never done that?
Donette Hamilton.
Uh-huh.
That sounds like a threat.
Yo, Donette Hamilton just said, DeWitt, you would never be so rude to a woman. I can't see it.
She know I won't. Donette know me. See, Donette, that's my sister. She knows I would walk up and be like, hey, baby.
Thank you
know,
for clarifying for
She
us.
she know how I'ma be. This is how I get. Hey, baby, you need your bills paid.
You need your bills.
You need your bills paid. You look like you.
You would do great in a strip club. What are you talking
You
about?
look like you struggling a little bit. Get on over here on the money train. Though I know it's a complete lie, she's gonna believe she's gonna ride the money train. And then when she get on the train and realize
She's trapped.
there's really no money.
It's just a normal train.
He's locked the doors.
Exactly.
You kidnapped her.
It's like, come get on the money train. And she's like, oh my God, where's the money? There's no money, but there's
No
this
money.
anaconda. No, I'm like,
Oh. Anacondas on a train.
I'm just playing. Donette, everybody that really know me knows I'm a very romantic, charming guy.
I can see that.
So that's why
That makes more sense to me.
That's
when
why
you-
life in Austin sucks, because romance is out the window in Austin. You got to be like down with consensual hookups and just like.
Yeah, it's date. I was just talking to my sister about this earlier. Dating in general right now is just fucking shit. So
Yeah,
I
so
don't
it's
think
like
it's
I got to get back on my double FL routine.
the what?
The double FL routine. Fall through, fuck, and leave. I mean,
I wasn't.
it
I
just-
didn't know that one.
and that was the side of me that I didn't like, because once I got off into it, I'm so good at anything I choose to indulge myself in.
Mhm.
It was like, oh my God, the karma from this is gonna suck, because I'm like, I knew it. So that's probably
Running
why,
through way too many people right
that's
now.
probably why I'm single now, because the karma from that phase of my life is.
I don't believe that's how karma works.
You don't. You got to do
don't.
something horrible.
No. I mean, I don't think. I don't know.
Because
I
in
don't-
all
I just-
aspects, I don't think that was horrible. I think I was.
I don't think
really
it's horrible. It was
I was really
consensual
pleas-
sex between
I
two
was
adults.
really pleasuring them women. I was. I mean, I was doing my part. I don't know how much they was doing theirs, but I was doing my part.
Yeah, I think consensual sex between two adults is not bad karma.
See, but when they text you the next thing, and it's like, what are we? Ordinary people. I mean, like,
As long as you're honest and communicated clearly, then that's all that matters.
yeah, and then it's like with me, honestly, I can't do the hookup thing,
Yeah,
because if
I don't really like it
because if
either.
I have sex one time, then it's like, okay, I only want to do this with you. We're not gonna keep
That's
doing
how
this
I
all over the
feel.
place. So it's like, you fuck with me, you stuck with me. Don't get to playing games with my emotions. That's
Yeah.
that's why I don't do the whole we gonna be friends with benefits. No,
Oh
we
my
not.
God, that does not work. That
No, we
never
not.
works.
We not gonna be no friends with benefits, because once I
don't
start
wanna be
getting
your
the
friend.
benefits, I'm gonna want to hurt the next one. You think you're gonna get the benefits too? So
Yeah.
that's why I can't do that. And my sister called me out, because she knows, like, when it comes to females, I am not a rude dude. Like, I have a female thinking like she Queen Elizabeth for the day, floating on clouds, and then until they do something dumb, and then it's like
Yeah.
they have to see that side. Like, my cutoff game is like, extra strong. Like, I could walk past you like a damn statue.
I don't have a cutoff game, guys.
You don't?
No,
Oh my God! So you weak? You just?
I'm so weak.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, no, I'm not good at cutting people off who hurt my feelings, and I'm the same way. Like, I don't want to hook up with multiple people, so like my feelings just end up, or they're gonna end up getting hurt.
Yeah,
That's just like what it is.
I honestly, I can honestly admit, I wear my heart on my sleeve.
Yeah.
That's why Kaon, for the viewers, this is why I don't let the Daquan guy come out, because these females nowadays are savages, and they'll take a good guy, and you'll be like, oh, I got her all in, and then the next thing you know, after 3.5 years. No, I'm just talking. Now I'm just projecting. But no,
This turned into a therapy session we were not
turned-
planning on, guys.
Yes, it turned into a therapy section that I needed. I need to talk. And I need to get this right. I need to get this off my chest and off my heart. No,
Oh man.
but no, it's been fun as hell having you on the show. So
Thank
you
you.
got you got to come
Thanks
back
for
on.
getting me
again.
on here.
When we do this panel, you got to be on here.
I would love that.
And Chuck got to be involved, though they never get to see Chuck, which is so cool because everybody is probably wondering what Chuck looked like.
Secret man.
Chuck, a big buff dude with a lot of money, female. So you see the big buff dude in Red
Yep.
Rose, he will pay upwards of $2,500 to go to VIP. Of course, he won't do that at all.
You
So
won't do that even a little bit.
don't listen to me like that.
But I could if I wanted to.
Exactly. See, that's what
Yeah.
I'm talking about. Chuck could do it, but he's not going to do it. Like, I could do it, but I damn sure ain't going to do it because no. Like, if I give you $50, I gotta suck a boob, flip a nipple, something. Like, I just grew up in that era where you don't spend your money. That make you Captain Saver, and I can't go out like that.
I
Like,
think it's smart.
yeah, like,
I fully support you not wasting your money at a strip club.
but I would go in a
But
strip
you guys
club.
absolutely should.
Yeah, I would go in a strip club and, tip them and do all that. But when they get to talking about we were gonna go to VIP and my rate is $700, and my rate is I'll see you later. Like I'm not, no, like I'm not
See
gonna
you
do
later.
That. But as always, I have to end my show with a jewel. What should we tell the people? What kind of jewel? What kind of bit of advice? Should
I
we
already
give people?
shared mine. Don't marry rich, divorce rich. That was my jewel.
That's to the females. Don't marry rich, divorce rich. And to the fellas, don't get married if you rich. How about that?
Perfect.
That way you won't get divorced and lose half your shit. But this been another great episode of the Jackson Report. I thank you, Miss London, for joining me on this episode. Chuck, appreciate all of the knowledge and all of the chiming in you did. Good night, y'all. Life's a game, but I figured it out. Sitting on the steps at Granny House. This world is strange, but I picture my route. Sitting on the steps at Granny House. Life's a game, but I figured it out. Sitting on the steps at Granny House. This world is strange, but I picture my route. Sitting on the steps at Granny House. I grew up on the block with all the pimps and the crooks. Nerd with it, kept my pen in the book. Oh, I'ma be off the hook. They saw me write it, but I wouldn't let them look. I'm thinking one day I'ma read from this book. Watch out, be leaving them shook. Let's take a look and journey deep in my mind. Mama died trying to hustle, I'm completing the grind. My intervention's divine, it's the reason I shine. I bring relief they've been so eager to find. So unique every line. Granny told me always speak my truths. Got a gift, heat the booth and always leave my proof. Always be my own man, I don't need no group. Told me walk my own path, don't get caught in the loop. Nah, fuck truths, I'm always on a solo mission. Told them all I had a plan, but them hoes ain't listen. Now I'm sitting in position, though the star was deplorable. For moms, I'm a walking memorial. It's not just rhetorical. Life's a game, but I figured it out. Sitting on the steps at Granny House. This world is strange, but I picture my route. Sitting on the steps at Granny House. Life's a game, but I figured it out. Sitting on the steps at Granny House. This world is strange, but I picture my route.